Every time these people open their mouths, it's like a giant PR blunder for Doctor Who. And Millie Gibson is clearly absolutely frustrated with even getting asked the question about the wokeness in the Doctor Who series. It's been getting worse and worse as it goes along. We know that Russell T Davies completely doubled down on it with season 2, hiring the craziest LGBTQ activists as writers for this season to join him in his crusade for, I guess, irrelevancy. It was a very bad move, and I can't imagine Disney's pleased with this or pleased with the actors going out and talking about this stuff as they've done over the last few weeks. We'll get into the news in just a moment. Please hit this like and subscribe button as we talk about all things Doctor Who and science fiction. Really appreciate you guys being here. Been covering this all the way, and oh my gosh, what a train wreck we've been experiencing. I can't wait to post my review of the new episode. It's honestly the worst yet. It's so crazy what they're doing. All of the rumors that we're talking about last week on the channel seem to be coming true in real time, and so I'm glad you guys are here. I'm a science fiction writer myself, and I come at this from a writing perspective and from what's good science fiction, what's good writing, and I think you'll enjoy my Stars Entwined and the entire Oration War trilogy on Amazon. This is a space opera series. It's about humanity at war with the mysterious Oratians, and you learn all about them. They're a really cool alien species I think you'll love if you're a Doctor Who fan. So check it out. It is in the description below. It's available on ebook, print, and audio. And of course, you can grab the whole trilogy today and start reading. It builds up so nicely, and I can't wait to get the new books that I'm writing right now out into your hands as well. I'm just having the time of my life writing good science fiction. They really should hire me because I guess there's going to be an opening for Doctor Who showrunner at the end of this year. Call me, BBC. I'll fix it for you. But here is what Millie Gibson's saying. She's got a famous quote up right now saying, just watch it and get over it. So this is pretty interesting. It's kind of the direct opposite of what Ncuti Gatwa said back when he was originally called on this in season 1. He told people, and it was infamous at the time, as it went on, don't watch. Turn off the TV, go and touch grass, please, for God's sake. Well, that tactic didn't work very well. I mean, this is something I always see these complete SJW activists do all the time. If you don't like my politics, don't buy it. And then we all just go, okay. And then they go, no, sorry, we didn't mean that. Well, they never say, sorry, we didn't mean that. They always just double down because that's what they do and that's who they are. And they get increasingly frustrated. They increasingly lash out at fans. They increasingly lash out at everybody else when what they do is not a success, even though they know it's not going to be a success going in. You could tell, like, when he gave this quote before season 1 even aired, that it was going to be a problem for Doctor Who because you know what's coming down the pipeline at that level. Russell T Davies warned everybody, too. He said it before it even aired. It's not just a Doctor Who thing for me. It's something I and a lot of other writers are very keen to do, to be progressive and reflect more of society. Yeah, reflect more of society. So what he wants to do is appeal to this like 0.05% of the population that identifies as a black, lesbian, disabled, trans otherkin, and of course not appeal to anybody else out there. And that's exactly what Doctor Who has done ever since the 60th anniversary specials came out, and they replaced Rose and actually made a new Rose, which was a transgender black dude pretending to be a woman. And you knew that at that point, oh gosh, it's over. It's really over. And that's the main problem. So Gatwa comes in, and it gets even worse because Doctor Who's been emasculated. The character of the Doctor Who used to be, I started as a friendly old grandpa who's a little cantankerous at times, but he was a very masculine figure, or a very fatherly figure, always through things. And of course, it got silly. There's comedic humor at points, and of course, there's a lot of depth to the character that's been portrayed over the years, but you always got a sense that he was a guy who's a problem solver, who's going to fix things, who's going to save you. And that's not what it is anymore. Now Doctor Who needs to be saved. Of course, the companions are out there rescuing him, and they announce it too. Virata Sethu, the new Indian woman companion to replace Millie Gibson, has gone out in dialogue and been like, oh, I've saved him just as much as he's saved me. It's like, oh, cool. Yeah, strong female lead. That's what we wanted out of Doctor Who. If we would have wanted that, we would have watched the Jodie Whittaker era, but I guess that's going to be coming back at the end of this, guys. Absolutely crazy what they're going to double down and do. So these people have always gone off on toxic fans and the like, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're actually inserting it into the dialogue and into the plot points of season 2. This is all about them lashing out at fans and critics over and over and over again. The first episode showing the villain big reveal to be a white man who just couldn't even that the brown girl didn't like him, who's a gamer and of course holed up in his basement, and they even announce it Planet of the Incels. Then it shows what they think of you. It shows what they think of their own core fan base, and that's why they're always trying to pursue a new modern audience, a different audience, of course. And what Russell T Davies means by that is he wants to go to his little pride parades and gay bars where he's picking up his youth twink hookups every weekend or whatnot after a drug-addled night. I don't know if he's actually doing this, but it's a lot of the gay community does do that. It is something that he wants to appeal to that. And there's just not enough of those people out there to watch this garbage. And then, of course, those people who would be interested in watching this garbage are out at those clubs to begin with. They're not sitting at home watching Doctor Who. So it's definitely something that they misread the room big time. They really thought this was going to be a big cultural thing. They thought Gen Z was going to be all in on this stuff. And while like some of the women are, and who they don't even know what gender they are anymore, the boys of this generation have completely rejected all this nonsense. And they see one whiff of, oh, they're replacing it with a black guy, I'm out. And that's where they've miscalculated badly. They really thought they brainwashed everybody, and they couldn't do it. Now, this is pretty interesting because this week's episode is a follow-up on Bubble and Dot last year. And Bubble and Dot is all about a completely white society that's vapid and glued to their screens and stupid, and they won't even let the black guy save them. It was such a ham-fisted, terrible thing that they did last season that this is where they're going with it right now, and this is what's coming. Spoiler alert for my review tomorrow. It's absolutely crazy what they're doing here, but we knew this was going to be happening. Moreover, in this season, they even said hashtag RIP Doctor Who in dialogue in an episode. So they're watching us, guys. They're watching this channel for sure. Like I said, I've even gotten emails from Bad Wolf before they realized, this guy's actually not somebody we can convert to our agenda. But it's really crazy. We know they watch us, and they're clearly paying a lot of attention, even though they keep saying, "Oh, we don't even care. I don't have time for that," is what Russell T Davies said about the anti-woke arguments last week. Despite the fact that obviously he's paying attention to it. It's in the episodes, so he's lying about that. Virata Sethu actually went out and said that the wokeism is a good thing, right? And that's something that we want. So they're getting increasingly asked about this by the media that actually promoted this and actually tried to get them to go down this path to begin with, which is pretty interesting because now the media is going, well, we didn't want you to go that far. Well, I think they did want them to go that far. They just expected, okay, you'll go that far and you'll have higher writing quality, but you can't have a woke message and high writing quality at the same time. It's impossible because wokeness is wrong. It is stupid. It is evil. And so when you try to promote that as good, you are getting something where you are having a message that is in contradiction for what exactly is going on. And so wokeness will never be something that can produce good writing or anything like that. Now, what Doctor Who has going for it more than anything else is its special effects. The directing has been top tier because they've got an injection of Disney money that's caused them to be able to make something on that level, which is absolutely crazy. And because of that, they've been able to try to mask things with their production budget, which is something Doctor Who's never been done before. Doctor Who has always been just like lovable for the fact that it's done with a low budget, and the good writing actually has made up for the low budget. So that's where they've really, really just jumped the shark on this season. And now last week we had an episode that pretty much featured Millie Gibson all by herself. It was not a Doctor Who episode. The Doctor was not in it. Millie Gibson needed to try to save this guy. It was another commentary on YouTubers, on critics, on conspiracy theorists out there, where they're obviously signaling again who the quote enemy is, and it's us. It's the people who are watching this stuff right here, and so that's what they tried to do with the episode. It was a full Millie Gibson episode again, and it's in some ways it's better because Nikuti Ghat was not in it, so you don't have to deal with him and all of his nonsense in it. But the episode completely broke down. You can watch my review of that. I posted it last week, and on a writing level, it absolutely just did not make sense whatsoever. So she's going out and she's given an interview to The Standard now, and she's been asked again, like a lot of these people have, about the woke elements of the show. And so this is what these people are getting asked over and over again now, and they're getting super frustrated by it because they don't want to address it. They want to pretend like it's not a thing, while, of course, injecting that into things. It is the insidiousness of the woke agenda that they want to push that into everything and then pretend like you're somehow crazy for noticing that it's there. It's a very bizarre sort of system that they have. So this is what she said in her interview to The Standard. She said, "I remember watching an episode where David Tennant goes back, I think it's with Martha, and they meet Shakespeare, and he's like, 'Oh yeah, Shakespeare's quite hot.' This is literally what Who does." Okay, so I don't remember that exactly, but okay. I'll take her word for it on that. She's pretending that David Tennant, the Doctor, was somehow gay, which was not the case, because everybody knows that David Tennant, the Doctor, was in love with Rose, and that was the whole plot line of the frickin' show. So that's stupid. And if it was in there, it's a joke at that point. It's okay to make jokes. That's not going to bother anybody. It's not what they're doing with the Gotway era here. So she continues, "I think because of the way the world is, they're making jabs at anything relating to this," meaning us, meaning the fans. No, Millie, it's you guys who are just jabbing us constantly. The entire plot lines are jabbing at the fans because you're so frustrated that your message is not resonating. She says it's not really necessary. And this is where SJWs always project. It is not really necessary what they're doing. This is why the show's bad. This is why people don't like it at this point. It's crazy. The show is so pure and beautiful. What? It's literally about two best friends traveling the universe. So just watch it and get over it somewhat. Okay. Then she says, "It didn't cross my mind at all having people like Jinx Monsoon," that's the drag queen in it, and I'm her biggest fan, and even though that guy's a dude, and I don't think it's a problem at all. So you can kind of see like where all this goes. She's like, it's not a big deal. They always do this now. It's not a big deal. Well, if it's not a big deal, why are you frustrated about answering a question about it? If it's not a big deal, why did you have to insert it into every episode super hard to the point where it's just torpedoed the show? It is clearly a big deal. They want their politics, and they want to pretend like they don't have it too. It's the very, very insidiousness of what they're doing, and it's showing now that the cracks are coming in the armor, that this is a failure as a show. It's going to go off the air. They know it failed. They thought they were going to be big, successful people like David Tennant, and gosh, why can't I remember the actress who played Rose? What happened to her? Billie Piper. Jeez, why did I forget that for a second? Because they thought that they were going to just be able to ape off that legacy, and it's not going to happen. Interesting stuff here as we roll right along. Really appreciate you guys for being here. What do you think about Millie Gibson's comments? Love to hear from you in the description below. Leave some comments down. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to check out my Stars Entwined. Like I said, this is the part that's in the description below. I'll learn to talk one day. I will. I promise. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.